No, yeah. Let's talk about sex. This is exactly what happens. For people who seemingly are thinking of sex 24/7, men rarely talk about sex openly amongst themselves. A survey revealed that only 7% of men reported discussing health issues with their male friends, while just 5% of respondents reported bedroom concerns. From locker room banter to societal expectations, men are expected to know what they're doing, to perform and always dominate. But what does all that pressure do to their self-image? Why do men find it so hard to talk to each other about intimacy, insecurities, or even basic sexual health? To help us open up this dialogue, I've invited two guests who've spent years being men, which makes them the perfect candidates to help us understand the reality of what's going on. We have a very talented actor who has been in some really iconic Bollywood movies and was one of India's first male supermodels, and Rohan Joshi. No, I'm kidding. Rohan Joshi is a very well-known, talented comedian, beloved for his witty take on life and everything else under the sun. Please welcome Dino Morea and Rohan Joshi. You know how girls and boys are, like, we've seen with our sisters or our girlfriends and the whatnot, they'll talk about everything with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they talk about things that as boys you would never discuss. Like sex is one thing.
I think it's one of those things where, there's a ton of cultural conditioning around, I think, just when you're growing up as a boy, what you're taught to deal with. Like, I've realized men will talk at each other about sex, like in sort of, we'll throw brags at each other, or, last night this happened, that. But if you try to get into detail about it, suddenly they'll sort of shrink away.
Because you don't even know if what they're talking actually happened.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say it's the detail, much the detail. Well, there are guys who like to boast about detail.
That's the thing, it's bragging. It's bragging and boasting.
Your sort of inadequacies is when nobody will ever speak about it.
That's what I mean. Why is that? Because women will talk about inadequacies or something that goes wrong or a problem they're having.
Yeah, and
we can brag about conquest, but we will never talk about insecurities or vulnerabilities.
Yeah, and we've had this idea of where masculinity is inherently, like, you are more masculine if you are quote unquote good at sex.
Like you're the guy who knows everything.
You know everything, you're great. You've had, from day one, your first sexual experience, you have brought 14 orgasms to every woman you have been with. There has never been a bad moment. 14.
How'd you get to that number, firstly?
Dino, when a boy and a girl like each other.
And this is how it is.
That's how it goes, right? Immediately, right? You get into this sort of deflecting humor space, etc. And then everybody, like in a conversation like this, you then feel the need to one-up each other and do that, because I think short version is, your conditioning is, if you brag about sex, you are more masculine. If you accept that you have inadequacies, complexes, or fears about it, you are less masculine. And this conditioning starts, I think, really young,
but
right?
This inherently it goes to prehistoric man, if you look at it. It's inherent in most. I mean, men are always the caregivers, the sort of hunter-gatherers.
Yeah, but you don't know.
How old are you, man?
He was there.
I was there. And I think, yes, there's the Victorian colonial aspect of it. But I think in the purely sort of modern context also, if you wanted to go back just 20, 30 years, I think when I was growing up, I was the first generation that essentially got unfiltered internet access to pornography, right? And if you just look at the amount of and if you just look at the way a lot of pornography is framed, right? It is framed as essentially these stallion-like men. Sort of bluntly, the imagery is these stallion-like men very much dominating, right, the female body in like a, bluntly, right? It's not, sex is not shown as a sort of equal thing. It's this
conquest.
It's this conquest, right? It's this guy who will
war.
have... It's war from a disproportionate body, right? Like today, if you are a porn star, very bluntly, you are somebody with larger than average penis, you probably work out, probably take a bunch of steroids, you're showing 40, 50 minutes, sometimes long videos at one point. It's very sort of man dominating woman. Like even if you go to like even today, I feel like if you say go to the homepage of the average porn site, you just look at the language of pornography, right? And this is something that men, especially in the Indian context, are now consuming without anybody contextualizing this for them. There's no counterbalancing force that's like, this is sex education, this is sensitivity training. This is not something that's part of our education system in school, not something that is parents are having conversations about at home.
Yeah.
And the average title of a porn, like we all sort of know this, right? The average title of a pornographic video is chick nailed, woman drilled by this dude. And I'm sorry to use these words, but
but you must.
I like the way you've gone so deep into porn.
Yeah, I am a thoughtful consumer of independent cinema. How I like to think
I want to read your thesis.
But I'm just saying, so as a result of that, you essentially get to this idea where sex is a thing that a stallion-like man does perfectly in a place where there is no room for inadequacies. You're not shown any version of inadequate sex ever. When was the last time you were shown in a sort of positive role model way a man in like an inadequate sexual
He couldn't get it up. Oh, it's okay, love.
It's like making a flop movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pun intended. How do you think pornography has affected the man brain, the male brain?
Well, I think a lot of people, mostly in their teenage years and the early 20s, who get access to porn because of the, I guess, testosterone levels, the excitement, curiosity about sex.
Yeah.
They watch it and they're at that impressionable age, right? Where this is how it's meant to be. To please a woman, you got to go on for that many 45 minutes, an hour, etc.
Yeah.
And you got to be solid. Well, the fitness part is great. I must say.
We all agree with that.
You got to be fit. But some of the men over there are just, super well endowed.
Yeah.
Right? And which for any youngster is thinking, oh,
do I need to have a big
like that
or
to
something?
please a woman?
Yeah.
So these are all psychologically affecting him without him even realizing it. Unconsciously, he's being affected by it.
Yeah.
And therefore, whenever they do get to indulge in sex, they want to be that person because that's their memory of it. And if by chance the woman is not even, for whatever reason, half satisfied, even if the person is good, that will probably play on their head even more and psychologically
and
affect
it's not
them.
just I didn't satisfy her, it's I failed.
Yeah.
It's immediately drawn to this sort of idea of failure.
It has I would think it has an adverse effect. And like you said, there's no education. No. But then again, I was wondering when I was in school, when I was in my 9th or 10th, and they would talk, in biology, they would talk about the genitalia, right? The male reproductive and the female reproductive organs. All my classmates would be excited about it, not about the fact that, oh, that's a penis and that's a vagina, right? And we're learning about this. So it was about the excitement of seeing those images. So
But they were like dissected images in a textbook.
Yeah, but still.
Most biological. Exactly.
So I would think even if you had sex education at that point, how would a 10th standard or 11th standard kid look at it? Would they understand the education of it, or would they be excited about, we're talking about sex?
I feel like a good sex education would acknowledge the fact that you're talking to 14, 13, 15-year-olds who are going to do kaka-kiki and then sort of fold that into this. Like, I get it. Y'all are going to, at your age, think this is funny or whatever.
Right?
And then get past that in the first 5 to 10 minutes and be like, but also...
This is what it is.
This is what it is. Like, yak it up, laugh it out, but this is what it is.
I also feel it all starts at home. If your parents can, which is very tough, especially in a country like ours.
Yeah.
Right? I know of kids in the West who talk to their parents very easily about sex.
Yeah.
Very easily. Men, young guys talking to their mothers and their fathers about sex, open about it. Here, growing up here, it just becomes extremely tough because there's some sort of a taboo or a shame for some reason.
Shame is a big component of it.
So shame is a massive component of it.
So coming back to your question, porn, at that age would affect anybody. I mean, as you grow older, you understand the realities of life. And
I guess you could be addicted to it at any age, I suppose. Especially in a day and age like this where technology makes things so accessible, so
it's on tap,
easy.
right?
It's on tap.
Literally.
Or maybe back in the day, it was because it was tougher to get. It was more exciting. I don't know.
Yeah, and you saw sort of less of it, right? Now you are literally being bombarded by, if you choose to, or if you are forget addicted, right? At a certain age, just the access to it is like you are bombarded by, if you want, thousands of images and videos a day if you want. And that's going to skew your perspective, especially without a counterbalancing context.
Yeah. So how do you guys think sex life changes over the decades? Like your teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s, we wouldn't know because none of us are in the 40s. So maybe we won't talk about that because we don't know, do we?
You know, I have to say, as a 19-year-old,
But yeah, how do you think over the decades it's changed?
I think it gets better.
Yeah.
Right? My opinion is, at least my personal, it gets better because, like we were talking about earlier, in your sort of 20s, you have this sort of bravado and braggadocio and these ideas that come from things like pornography or other. But then you get older, you have more sex. You realize that sex in real life very different from how it is portrayed in whatever form of pop culture. I think at least I feel like you become more comfortable with just communicating with your partner. You become more comfortable with trying different things. You become more comfortable with the fact that it's the journey, not the destination. All of those things. At least I feel like it's just gotten better. In terms of definitely more communicative with my partner. It's definitely more sort of, okay, I'm open to try this. I'm open to listen. I'm open to, why don't you tell me what you want to do? Why don't you, less preconceived notions about how sex is supposed to go. So yeah, I think overall just better.
Yeah.
As long as you can communicate and sort of keep doing that, I feel like it gets better.
I guess when you're far younger, when you're in your teens like I am now, you're curious, right? You're always curious and you want to know. And
you're almost of age, I think.
Nearly. I still am the same though. And you want to discover and you want to explore. And that's fun in a way because it's brilliant as you get to know and you discover and you explore and you start having sex and you start having, obviously you have a girlfriend, you maybe break up and then you have multiple partners when you're younger, right? In your 20s, then you say you meet people who brag and you think that's the idea. Life experiences, sexual experiences teach you so much more, I guess with different people also, just teaches you so much more about how people are, how women are. And when I say people, I mean women, how, some reciprocate, how some don't, how some cooperate with you, how some make it fun. So every experience is an experience and it just, like you said, it just gets better. Your communication skills get better. Your confidence gets better. Everything about it just gets better. Not that it's not fun in the beginning, because when you're curious and when you're exploring, it's great fun. It's amazing, and you're trying.
But the fun is different because it's unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar territory, and then when you're in familiar territory, how do you get better at it? How do you
discover what you're good at?
What you're good at? How do
do
you
more of it?
How do you please the person? How do you make them happy? When there's love and intimacy and love, I think is just the most beautiful feeling to have. So that coming together also is great. So over the years, it's from start to finish, I think, and not even finish. I mean,
sorry.
From start to finish.
Sorry.
Pun intended. Pun intended. From start to finish, pun intended. It's an amazing ride. Oh my God, every word sounds correct.
You're going for some all-time pun record.
I know,
here,
man. I'm going to win the pun contest over here. So sex is good. It's great. I think it's healthy.
I think one of the things I find really common in this day and age, and I mean, I have an element of it too, is like mental health gets affected by so many factors. And that obviously must have an impact on a person's sex life. Like,
of course. How are you going to have a good time when you're not having a good time, bluntly? Right? In life, you're not having a good time. How are you going to have
Is there any like specific mental health issue that you find, particularly for men more than women, is more common?
I don't know if it's any. I think if you're just stressed. Even if you're just stressed, if it's something to do with work and if something's not working out at work or your relationships, when you're basically stressed, it's just simple stuff like that would deter you from wanting to go and have sex. Right? Because you got so much on your mind. So I can only imagine that a person who's, for instance, got schizophrenia or is depressed, perennially depressed, or is under medication of some sort. How the hell would they even get themselves to motivate to want to have sex? And I guess maybe they push themselves, and sex at that point would maybe not be the best or won't be maybe
it's not coming from a
aggressive,
healthy place, right? It's not coming from a healthy place in your head. And like you said, right, with the sort of bombardment of perfect bodies, growth hormones, whether it's plastic surgery, all of those things, you then also get into this idea of if you're a depressive or an anxious person, then you get body dysmorphia, right? Where you're looking at your own body in the mirror and you're going, but this is not what a body that has good sex looks like according to all the pop culture. Then that'll add an element of, sort of like, do I even want to get naked in front of this person? Or then, sometimes you'll be in a situation where you're like, but lights off, please. Or all of those things start to creep in there, right? So, all of those eventually lead you to the sad funnel of shame.
Yes. And it affects you physically also, right? If you're really not working up here properly, you might want to have sex, but I don't think you can. Because physically you're not motivated, and then it's even worse because then the girl's thinking, what's going on? Is it me?
Yeah.
And then you get into this vicious cycle of self-loathing as well with it, right? Where you're just like, I'm not looking a certain way, so I don't want to have it, but I hate myself, so I'm going to eat my feelings, I'm going to do this. And then suddenly you're just in your head with it.
Yeah.
No pun intended, again.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah. The minute you get into your head, I feel
no pun intended. Oh my God.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh God.
This conversation, every word you use could be used against you. It sucks.
It sucks. How do you guys think exercise impacts, your sex life?
His gesture, number one. Very good. Do you want to take this? You're fitter than I am.
Well, you just hold that and he'll use his finger.
Yeah, exactly. You just did that. I was like, what am I supposed to do, man? Hey, how you doing?
That's the first thing I've heard.
I saw that. I was like, what are you trying to say now? So yeah, man. So fitness, I think, I've known no other way. And I think being healthy and being fit helps you. It's the confidence. It's just being healthy. The fitness carries you a long way. I don't know any other way, so I can't speak for someone.
I can actually jump in there because I have been the other way. I have been the other way, good sir. And now I have reached the fitter part of my life. And having been the other way, I can tell you it's like Zameen Asman ka farak, as they say.
It is, huh?
Look, where can the downside possibly be, right? Fitness and regular exercise means better blood flow.
Yeah.
Better, you have stronger hips, stronger lower body, stronger upper body, stronger arms. There is no downside to this.
Yeah.
All right? Like, unless you get into like absurd roid use and then go the other way. But if the idea is to just stay fit and to do it, there is no downside.
Yeah. I guess when you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And that also makes you more attractive.
It does.
100%. People can tell, right?
Yeah.
You glow.
Glow.
You shine. Work out, people. Work out.
There we go. Welcome to the Durex Fitness Podcast.
Yeah. When we have some Durex coffee.
That's right there. Coming soon, the Durex
together.
range of dumbbells.
It's coming together.
It's coming together.
You got it, right?
It's going to be one whole separate reel on just the Dino Morea pun counter, okay?
Yeah, I love it.
Make sure you get this done, Durex.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Together.
Keep me out of this one. I'll come separately, it's fine. In this current dating landscape, if a man wants to slow the pace down, he's viewed in a certain light and sometimes judged for it. What are your thoughts?
No, take it at whatever pace is comfortable for you, always. There's no need as a man or as a woman or as anybody to feel any pressure to do anything. Do it at your pace, always. And let them judge you. Who are they? Bluntly.
I think it's more that, like if people do judge.
Who are they really? Like, what are they going to be in the bedroom with you? No.
Yeah.
Right? So
without getting too personal, do you think the view, for a man, the view of himself changes if he cannot make his partner orgasm?
No, I've never had that issue. I talk to my partner about it, and we can try and communicate as to how best we can.
Because I don't think not having orgasm has necessarily to do with you. It could just be...
it could be anything.
Yeah,
she could be having some issues at that point, some stress or something which doesn't bring her to it. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Don't take it all upon yourself. And so me personally, when I speak, I can only speak for myself that I've communicated and I would like to know your honest truth, because if you're lying to me that you had one, then you're not having fun. But if you tell me that you haven't had one, let's see how we can get to that place. I'd like to have that conversation, and I'd want to please my partner and make her really happy.
Yeah.
So...
I suppose if people don't have that conversation, it might be because they're feeling lesser of themselves.
I think so. Like, I think, again, to sort of contextualize what he said, when I was younger, I probably would not have been able to do that degree of communication, and I probably would have been way more on that, I have failed, or it's me, or, I have, the people in pornography make different sounds, or the people, I have, but now, definitely way more, if you're not there, how do you get there? How do you want to get there? What can I do? Tell me, teach me, all of that stuff. Massive difference. Yeah. You have this ego about yourself, and then and again, what you're
make
doing
it about yourself, but it may not be about
exactly. You're making it about you when it's actually possibly about the two of you or about the other person. Something that can be solved by both of you. Yeah. You have now made entirely about yourself.
Yeah, but that, I guess all these thoughts would come to you, and your understanding of it would come to you far later in life than
100%. Yeah, 100%.
In the beginning, it's about, when you're exploring and you're curious and you're discovering, it's a lot of fun and games. I'm assuming your partner also at that point is going through that same thing of discovering, understanding.
Yeah.
And if she is not satisfied and doesn't say anything at that point, does it affect? I mean,
you wouldn't like that tag, people saying, "Oh, he's not good at sex."
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody would like that tag.
Yeah. And that really sticks with you when they're vicious, right? Especially when you're young.
Have you all experienced anything like that directly? Manipulation?
No, but I saw, not to me, but I saw a friend of mine being tagged by a girl who was just out to get him.
Wow.
Much in college. That about his inadequacies.
Wow.
And, it spreads like wildfire when you're in college.
Yeah.
And the shame it brings upon a person, even though I'm assuming he was not. It was just an attack.
Yeah.
And even all the other people who are, and especially at that point in your life, like when you're that much younger, all of the people who are taking part in that judgment and mockery also don't really know any better.
Yeah.
Right? If you sort of went into their own bedroom.
Supposedly, they'll probably feel like, you view me as though I know.
Exactly.
If I point out, you don't.
Exactly. Because you need then somebody to make fun of so that you can feel superior in that regard. So I guess if there are any sort of, to the men watching, I guess what I'd like to say is that it is not a crime to have it is a natural part of this process that there will, especially in your younger days, be a lot of insecurities and uncertainty attached to it. But if for older men watching, I just hope that you're not still beholden to whatever insecurities you had 10 years ago. And I hope you sort of moved on.
Or 20.
And just learn to communicate.
Yeah.
Like that. If it's still something that you were worried about 15, 20 years ago and that's still being here, just communicate. Your life will change.
Absolutely right, man. Well, good. Well said.
Yeah. So if there's anything both of you could say to your younger self in regarding this topic, let's start with you. What would you say to your younger self?
You've got a lot to learn. Hopefully not from pornography. And from real people, communicate with your partner. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to seek advice from people who should know better than you. And also, just learn to enjoy it instead of getting up in your own head about it. And if you have any doubts, just, there's this guy called Dino Morea. Just reach out to him. He has all the answers.
Dr. Dino.
Dr. Dino.
Just, like you said, just enjoy every moment as possible. And today, more than ever, there's so much information and easily accessible information on how to do anything that you want to do when it comes to pleasing your partner, having sex, being intimate, as opposed to the information we didn't have.
Yeah.
We learned it the hard way. You can read the internet. No, but really, it's all about, like I said, don't get into your head with it, because that's going to create more problems.
Yeah.
Try and avoid that. Have fun. Enjoy this journey. It's beautiful, and the more fun you make it, the more enjoyable it is for everyone involved.
It is for everyone involved. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we're going to have a bingo card game for you guys.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sex bingo.
The great sex bingo. Not just any sex bingo, good sir.
It's the great sex.
Bingo, I will have you know.
So now I will read out.
Oh, boy.
And you all will mark what is an experience you have had.
Okay.
And if you haven't had it, you just leave it.
Okay.
So first one is taken someone else's name in bed. I'm looking at you, Dino.
Why are you looking at me, man? I'm not that bad.
Got a cramp while doing it. And politely we're saying, arrived earlier than expected.
Gold medal.
Faked an orgasm. How do guys fake an orgasm? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, where's the proof? Unless you have Durex on, then you can just say, oh, it's in the condom. Or you have some yogurt on the side.
Oddly specific there. Oddly specific example there.
Use 2 condoms to be extra careful, even if they're myths.
I think it's a bit stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
Visited a sex therapist or an intimacy coach. Done it in the wild or in an open space.
In the zoo.
Fallen off the bed during sex. And engaged in some saucy role play. I mean, hasn't everybody?
Yeah.
Unless they mean literal sauce.
You know, the guy
sure
was
what
talking
it is,
big
man.
shit about yogurt 3 minutes ago. It's not-
Clearly, me, food and sex go together. So let's see your answers. What have you marked?
I have marked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's been a
almost
colorful life. What
everything.
can I say? It's been a colorful life, good and bad.
Okay.
Got a cramp while doing it. I would just like to say to my friends, as you get older, stretching, very important. Hydration, even more important. This is a thing that has happened. And especially if it's been leg day at the gym, be very, very careful. Arrived earlier than expected. Let he who has not sinned early cast the first stone, okay? This is a thing that has happened. You know, sometimes get a little excited. Sometimes get a little too excited.
I love the way he's giving an entire explanation.
Right there.
I love it. I love it.
It's got a, yes, done this.
How do you fake an orgasm?
You just, again, like I said, you just go, oh, and then
And what do you
you're
got to show
out
for
and
it?
then-
That's the, I mean, yeah.
Hey,
if
no,
you use-
hang on, you're wearing protection. You
Yeah,
don't need to
then
know. And then
you
you
don't
sort of,
need
you know,
to.
you got to get rid of the protection and then that's
Interesting,
done. Yeah, 100%. I have not used 2 condoms to be extra careful. Men, this is not what choke your chicken means. One Durex, more than enough.
can cause friction
Yes, it can cause
and
friction.
actually tear the condom.
100%. It can all sorts of problems. You might just don't do it. All right. 1.
Yeah, it's a myth.
Visit a sex therapist, intimacy coach. Yep, been there, dealt with it. Great, very helpful.
Yeah.
Only made things better. If for any reason you are in a place where you need one, do not hesitate. Done it in the wild, open space. Yes. Different open spaces. The only thing I will say about this is sex on beach, very overrated, guys. Sand, not lubricating substance in slightest. All right. Nobody has ever thought to themselves, "Ooh, you know what I need to make this better? Sandpaper." There is a reason.
Fallen off
the bed. Yeah, you know, sometimes having a good time. One roll too many happens. Been there. Engaged in some saucy role play. Yes, I have. It was a fun situation. I was with this girl and she was like,
I love it.
yeah, I was with this
I love
girl
the
and
story.
it was very strange actually. Like we were doing it and she was like, you know, I'm going to call you Dino. And I'm like, listen,
That's great.
this is a weird one, but I will
great.
go with it. I will go with it because,
What's her number?
why not? So, yeah, there we go. That's my
You
bingo.
put Dino in bed. What was your Dino move?
Here we
And
go.
how do you know what it is?
It involves having
It's
a
a
really
dinosaur
good time
move,
and then
my
going
friend. It's a
extinct.
dinosaur move. I'm assuming.
Okay, that was a good one.
was
Thank you
very
for
good.
sharing.
There we go.
Yeah,
You deserve
There you go.
all the gifts and the Durex toys for this because that's
Actually, you should be sitting here, I think.
No, next season, coming for your job.
Next season. Perfect.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Dr. Dino.
I'm a shy person. I'm not going to be as
Dr. Dino, go
you know,
for
I'm not
it.
going to explain as much and tell stories as much, but
Okay.
this is me. Okay.
You got a cramp.
Yeah, strangely in my foot though.
That's funny.
It was but it was such
What were
a
you doing
bad.
with it?
No, it was just the weirdest cramp, and I was trying to continue, but I just couldn't for the life of me because it was in the moment where it was nearly the moment,
Oh.
and the cramp was just excruciating.
So when you screamed out, she must have thought,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Damn.
really... Ah!
Yeah.
and you know your foot
And then
cramps
when he
up.
started stretching immediately after,
you know
she
you
was a
get a-
little confused.
Yeah,
You know,
I liked it.
I think it was the excessive football. No, sorry, let's put it for that.
Yeah.
Arrived earlier than expected. Yeah, it's happened. It's happened a few times. I mean,
Yeah.
you get excited.
Yeah.
Done it in the wild, open spaces. Yeah, interesting spaces. It's fun. I love it. Be out with nature. Grounded. It's called earthing.
Out in nature.
Yeah. Falling off the bed during sex. Yeah, when you're not earthing, you're on the bed, and sometimes you just get little.
You tumble.
You tumble and engage in some saucy role play. Yeah. Interesting, never taken other characters' names. Just, played some characters which are pretty interesting. I think you just got to spice it up every now and then.
Yeah.
Spice it up. Oh, I love it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. It was wonderful what you said. And I think a lot of people will benefit from watching this.
Nick, thank you for having us. And I truly hope it helps somebody, somewhere.
Exactly. If anybody watches this and has better intimacy in their life as a result of this, job well done, right?
Yeah, or just follow up on some advice and maybe call up a therapist or call up a friend or speak to their partner.
Yeah.
Or wear one condom, not two.
Oh, that definitely. But also to show our gratitude, we have some product from Durex for you guys.
No way.
That's
More
a lot
than
of product.
some.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of product.
That is a lot of
Y'all can choose
product.
from.
It's intense vibing. Very cool. Before this generation got obsessed with all these blood sensor rings and all of that. This right here, this is real deal.
Yeah.
There we go.
Lubricants.
Durex Elevate.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's
this
the
is
spray.
Climax delay spray for men. Never a bad thing.
And they got something similar, the condoms with extra
time. Nice. So if you're ever in a football match where it's been goalless for 90 minutes, you put these on. And you continue playing.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Extra time.
Everybody wins.
Extra time.
Nice, man.
What are you?
Oh, that's the...
Oh, hello. Oh my God, the Durex Play Slide and Ride. Love it. Love it. There we go. Take control and discover one more way to enjoy yourself with this sleeve. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Slide and ride. This product really had only two options. It would either be this or a water park. So...
You would go for the water park or for this?
I don't need this personally, but, anybody it's been a while, it's a little lonely, slide and ride, yo. Ain't no shame in that game.
And what are these pills for women? Elevate.
Is it for women, that one?
It says tablets for women. More games.
More games.
Positions of play. Hey, this is fun.
Oh, nice.
Ow.
What does it say?
What does it say?
Oh, the serpent.
Yeah. Move. Oh, I like this.
Wow, I feel very... Somehow I drew missionary. What the hell? What the hell? He drew the serpent. I drew missionary. I want one more go at this. I swear to God, this time.
Oh my God, I'm aligning well.
Oh my God, the half stand.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
I love it.
Thank you guys. Thank you for doing this. It was a
Lovely,
pleasure.
thank you for having us.
Really was.
Kind of fun.
Seriously. Thank you.
Ravi, good to see you, buddy.
Yes, you.
Wow, Durex. Brings us all together.
Damn right.
We came together.
Thank you. This episode really brought out how complicated men's relationship with sex can be, full of pressure, silence, and expectations. But change is only possible when men start talking openly, without shame, and allow themselves to be vulnerable. Maybe that's the first real step towards healthier intimacy, not just for men, but for all of us. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. You can also stream this episode on the Durex Podcast Spotify channel and follow us on Instagram for more conversations around pleasure, intimacy, and everything in between. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.